today's video, I'm showing you how I created this Just Do It 3D text using the formula called Convert to Curves. Without it, you cannot do this. I'm going to show you how to do this right here in Affinity. Let's do this. Before we proceed, let me create a new document. I'm using the artboard. This looks much easier to do, but kind of a bit difficult if you are a beginner. So I'm going to grab this and then I type something. Let's say be bold. So I have this text. Let me increase it a bit. First thing we need to do is to convert this text to curves. As I mentioned earlier on in the introduction, if you don't convert your text to curves, the next step won't work for you. So we convert this text to curves. So select the layer and then right click. And you have this option here called Convert to Curves. The shortcut is Ctrl plus Return. We have the text grouped into a layer. When I drop this arrow down, you see all the text. One advantage of converting your text to curves is this. You can change the way your text looks like. I'm just doing something. I don't even know what I'm doing. You can just change the way the text looks like. Another advantage of converting your text into curves is this. You can displace them. You can change the rotation of the text. When I select everything like this, so you drag to select them like this, and then I press enter on my keyboard, it gives me this pop-up menu where we have move/duplicate. So this is actually the 3D effect. The next thing I'm doing is to add a shadow effect since we've converted the text to curves. So I select everything like this and then I press enter on my keyboard. It gives you this pop-up menu. So we have this option here, duplicate. So this is going to duplicate a number of shadows. And then let's set the value to 80 and then let's increase the scale up a bit. So I'm reducing the size a bit. I press and hold shift on my keyboard and then I reduce it. Okay, so this is what horizontal does. So you can have it like this and then we can change the angle a bit. I select the top layer of each text and then I change the color for it. Before I forget, let's add a background color. We select pixel and then new fill layer. Okay, so at this point, let me lock the top layers so that I can change the color for the shadows. And then I drag to select everything like this. Let me change the color here. Boom, so there you have it. The reason why we are having this sharp and clean edges for the text is because we are working in the vector view mode. If we work in the pixel view mode, as the name implies, everything looks pixelated. So you need to work in the vector view mode. Very simple and very easy to do using the formula. First of all, you need to convert your text to curves. And then when you have the text, you just press enter on your keyboard and it gives you this pop-up menu so that you can navigate or you can tweak the options here to get your preferred 3D style of effect. We can also take this further by rearranging the way the text looks like. So as you can see, this looks different. This was a straight line text. The next thing I'll do is to select the text. I need to be very careful, but the moment I started, I can see I'm selecting a portion of the B. This side is the E, but when I proceed, I can see the B. So first of all, let me select it like this. As you can see, I've selected the B, but there's a portion of it which is not selected. I press and hold Ctrl on my keyboard and then I select it. So I'm selecting the rest of the shadow effects. Okay, so at this point, I will group this text here so that it makes it easier for us. So now let's do the same for this. At this point, I can rearrange it the way I want it. I want to add a bit creativity to the text. Let me draw a shape like this. I'll show you how I got rid of this inner portion of the B, and then let me change this color to black. I want to duplicate this shape here, so I press and hold Shift Ctrl on my keyboard and I drag like this. Let me select this and then I move this and I drag it here, so inside the clipping marks. I make a duplicate of this and then I move it here. This is how I got rid of the inner portion of this letter B. So I select it like this and then I select my node 2. I drag to select this like this and I press backspace to delete it. I want to change the form of this shape here, so just as we did, I convert to curves like this and then I can change the way it looks like. This is how I was able to create the 3D text. Just do it and also be bold using the formula convert to curves and also the prompt move/duplicate when you hit enter on your keyboard. If you found this video very helpful, I want you to subscribe, hit the notification bell, like and share. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Don't miss out.